Good morning, Facebook. We hope that you're having a great Tuesday morning, dropping in here live on the Be Our Guest podcast Facebook page to have some fun Disney talk mid-morning, a little bit early here for lunch on the East Coast, mid-morning here in the Central Time Zone. But hopefully wherever you are in the world, you're having a great Tuesday. Thought we'd give you like a 30-minute break to hop in here and talk about some of the things going on down at Walt Disney World, which we're going to be doing more and more here on the Facebook page. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a couple minutes here to let everybody get into the conversation, log in here on Facebook as we get here, as we do with these live broadcasts on our Facebook page. Let us know where you are tuned in, and we'll do a little roll call, then we'll get started. We have lots of topics on the agenda to discuss. Want to see how you feel about some of these new things coming down to Walt Disney World and the Disney destinations. But let me know. We'll pop you up here on the screen. Vicky's always here, always one of the first to tune in. Hey, Vicky, hopefully you're having a great Tuesday. Go Tigers, Geaux, as you say down in your neck of the woods. So let us know where you are tuning in. We see lots of folks dropping in here now. It's getting hopping. Carol, good morning. Hopefully you're having a great Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be pulling some stories from Theme Park News Disney Edition, that free iOS app, one of our sponsors over at virtualmickey.com, just to talk about what's going on. Hey, Justin, I love the avatar there at the Magic Kingdom with those sweet, sweet Mickey ears. Thanks for joining us. Valerie, hello in Canada. Hopefully you're having a great day. Which province are you tuned in, Valerie? Appreciate that. Rick, go Gators. I'm going to give you a little chomp since SEC football season hasn't quite started. And it's all M-I-Z from here on out. Ashley, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. Jennifer, good morning. All right, so let's get talking about some of the topics at hand. A little fun Disney talk. Let's drop the first one that I want to talk about with you guys because I'm curious what you think. I want to know, I give my ideas of what I think about stuff, and Ricky and Pam, but I want to know what everybody's thinking, so I appreciate that. All right, Valerie's up in British Columbia. Cool. Albuquerque, New Mexico, Ron and Karen, good morning to you. All right, first of all, first topic on the table. Let me know what you think. Disney Photopass Day coming on August 19th. So let's pop this up here and get a little more details on that. I know it's August 19th. It's going to be at Disney Springs and all four of the Walt Disney World theme parks. Basically, what I think it is an opportunity for exposure for the casual guest to the Disney Photopass service, but it's also going to give the more intense guests, like with a guest like us that know what you want, an opportunity to know where special characters are going to be that day. They're going to pull out, for example, in the Magic Kingdom, you can get your picture with Cinderella's coach, which is very rare. You can do that sometimes at Run Disney events. You can, there's other opportunities. Disney Weddings pulls that out for a price, but there's going to be, I think you can get it with Timon over at Animal Kingdom. Some of the evil characters are going to be at the studios. So if you're really into those pictures with characters, this is a great opportunity for you. But also, I think they're going to pull out some of the great features. Like, for example, you can get, here's what we got. So Animal Kingdom, you can meet Miko and Pocahontas, Timon and Princess Ada. Okay, so those are the extra characters at Animal Kingdom. You can also get the Dream Big Princess photo backdrop. That's going to be at all 5 locations, so you can do that. There's a Jungle Book magic shot at the Animal Kingdom. And you can even get the Mickey light effects added to your photo in Dinoland USA for an hour there. Studios, you get the Queen from Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, Maleficent, and Cruella de Vil. See here, you also get over there a Poison Apple magic shot, and you get the fisheye lens in front of the Chinese theater, which the fisheye lens, I mentioned this on the podcast coming up. It's really, really cool. So if you're there on August 19th, you get a chance to be at the studios. That fisheye lens picture really looks cool. I don't know what it is about it. They get right up in your grill when they take the picture. It's really weird, but the picture comes out awesome. Over at Epcot, you can meet Genie with Princess Jasmine in Morocco. Mushu is going to be with Mulan in China. And let's see, you can get a magic shot with Baymax, an animated Baymax magic shot near Mouse Gears, and the fisheye lens will be at the entrance to Epcot. That's where we got ours. Over at Magic Kingdom, Dopey joins Snow White in Town Square. Captain Hook joins Peter Pan in Fantasyland. And you can get a picture, like I said, with Cinderella's coach in Fantasyland. The Tangled light painting photo opportunity near Ariel's Grotto. That's only at night. That's a cool one with the lanterns. and a Mickey Mouse magic shot on the bridge near Fairy Tale Garden. And there's also going to be a Main Street vehicle, too, by the ice cream plaza. Disney Springs, there's a Fairy Wings magic shot from the Photopass photographer roaming around the marketplace near Trendy. And let's see here. You can also drop by the Photopass studio at Disney Springs to get a special deal. So I like this idea because it doesn't cost Disney anything extra. Again, I would seek out the fisheye lens at this point because it's pretty fun. So what do you think? Is this something that you would take advantage of? What do you guys think about Photopass Day? I know like it's coming up in, 2 weeks. Most people have their vacations already scheduled. You're either going to be there or you're not. But is this a good idea? Is there anything there that excites you? Are you a character person? Are these characters rare enough that it's exciting news to get to meet these characters? Because some of them are kind of rare, but not all. Like I think the coach or the Main Street vehicle, that'd be kind of cool to get your picture maybe if you get to sit on it. But I just don't know. It seems like an opportunity for exposure, and I think they should do this more than once. Daniela down in Brazil says, I'm guessing it is great. Most of these characters are not super popular, so it won't concentrate a super crowd. I agree. I think it's ancillary. I don't think anybody's going to get super excited about it, but I think if you are there, or if you're a person who's really into your images and your pictures, you get the chance to go after what you want, especially the magic shots, because that's always kind of a roll the dice. You don't know if you're going to get a magic shot or not. This way you can be guaranteed that you would get it. Vicky says if she was there, she'd take advantage of it. I agree. I probably would too. I don't think I would switch up what park I'm going to, but I would definitely try to make sure that, especially if I'm an annual pass holder, it's a no-brainer. You have Memory Maker already built in, so I would do that. That's a good idea. Daniela says, have a character's treasure hunt. I like that idea because you have very rare ones. Like, getting a picture of Dopey is pretty fun, especially for runners who are or will run the Dopey challenge. You can do that at the races, but it's a lot easier to get it now. He looks the same all the time. Yeah, exactly, Jennifer. I kind of wish they had these all the time. Exactly. Where the thing is, they offer all these things all the time. Well, not the characters, but these kind of shots, magic shots, different lenses, and backdrops, and so forth. But it's always kind of random. You don't know what you're going to get until you roll up, especially like with those frames they give you sometimes to hold up, or if it's a special day like celebrating the 4th of July, they'll give you kind of a paddle board, stuff like that. I just wish you could plan for that, which this day allows you to do that. So I think that's the good of it. Dan says he'd definitely do it as he was there. Okay, next thing, real quick. They're releasing Tsum Tsums all over the place down at Walt Disney World. If you don't know what a Tsum Tsum is, they're these little miniature plush things. They're really kind of strange looking. I think they're Japanese, and I think they're all the rage in Japan. They're just little collectibles, and they theme them to anything and everything. Movies, characters from movies, obviously, but also now they're theming them. They're doing sets for attractions, and they're just coming out with a Tower of Terror Tsum Tsum set. So is this something you would collect? Do you collect Tsum Tsums, or what do you collect? So these things are not expensive, like $4 or $5 each, but you can now get a Star Wars Tsum Tsum set. They were all over the place down at Walt Disney World this past trip. So I think all the attractions, the major attractions, will get them. So is this something you collect? Tsum Tsums. They're kind of cute little things. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a nice little gift if you're not trying to be a completionist where you need to get all of them. I think that's where it gets expensive. It's like the Vinylmations kind of thing. But if you're just looking to, that's my favorite attraction. Like, for example, my good buddy Scott, a couple years ago, picked up a Tsum Tsum at Target, and it was Dopey. And he knew I was training for the Dopey Challenge. And I keep that one in my computer bag all the time now. Just to keep me on track. I'm trying to do a Dopey Challenge again. So it's just nice. It was like $5, but it's light, and I can keep it in my backpack. So, how do you guys feel about Tsum Tsums? Yeah, some people have to spend the money because you're a completionist. William says no on the Tsum Tsums. Yeah, I've only got the one. Ashley says love the Tsum Tsums. She got them for $1.50 at Walmart. Hey, that's probably about right. They're about $5 at Disney. That's about the inflationary cost there. Good morning, Bev. So we're talking Tsum Tsums here. The kids do love those things. My daughter loves them as well. Thank you, Michelle. I agree. I just think that it can get out of control quickly, like the Vinylmations did. And I do have some. You can see my customized Vinylmation. My good buddy Dennis right there, made that one custom for us way back. I mean, like 7 or 8 years ago, probably. One of my most treasured possessions. I have another one, if you can see it on the shelf, the all white one right there. We got that one on the Disney cruise. We did the podcast Cruise 3. Everybody signed it that went on the cruise. That's a treasure gift. I have a couple of little ones here. This is one of my other favorites. Listener Leela gave this to me. She listens from Puerto Rico. She gave this to me on one of our trips. We got to meet, and this is the Puerto Rican flag. So I kept this one in the box. I love that's a treasured gift because our catcher is from Puerto Rico, Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. All right, let's get these other ones up here and see what we got. Love making this interactive. Danielle, I'm not a collector usually, but Tsum Tsums are pretty cute. I imagine they would be great gifts. I agree, because you could buy like one for all your kids and only have to spend, a couple bucks. Let's see, Braid says, I want to collect Tsum Tsums, but where would I keep them? Just another thing to dust. Exactly. They'd be all over the place. I don't know. I don't get it either. I got one, like I said. I like the pictures people take of the world with characters holding their Tsum Tsums, but I haven't bought any myself. Haven't seen that, but I could see that, Lisa. Good call. Vicky says, my son has a few. Maybe they'll be worth a lot like Beanie Babies. Oh, Beanie Baby. That's all they are. They're Beanie Babies. Vicky called it. They're just the next generation of Beanie Babies. Alicia says, the only ones we bought were the Big Hero 6. My son was always playing with them. Good. It's fun to have options. And at least they're not super expensive. You could have to buy Banshees over at the Animal Kingdom. Those suckers are expensive and rare. $1.50. Danielle is going to be going to Walmart, I think, when she's in the States. Sorry about the typo there. Trust me, I have them all the time. Carl says, maybe. Sounds neat. We don't have a lot of space to keep all these collectibles. I agree. I don't have much either. My wife kills me when I bring home trinkets. She kills me because right behind me, right there, that's the refillable glass we got at Margaritaville on the podcast cruise. It's a clock. And I wanted to bring it home. I thought it was awesome. It's 5s all the way around because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Get it? We have about 20 of them. My son likes to put them in his trucks to drive around. I buy them when they're on sale in the Disney store. Good call there. It sounds fun. I love this. Let's see. You could take them home and Danielle sell them in Brazil for more. I got a small one for free. I had it has a string now, and I use it as an ornament on my Disney. Oh, it's a small little Christmas tree. Oh, I love it. Nice. Yeah, Tsum Tsums, I guess, would make a nice ornament if you do that. All right, moving on. Past the little crazy-looking little dolls. Yesterday, Run Disney announced the Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend Medals. And as I followed the social media yesterday, I'm not running this one this year. It's the first time I haven't run this race in the last few years. I've only missed I think I've only missed 2 Wine and Dines since it was started. So just saving some money this year, to be honest. It's getting kind of expensive with all these races. I'll be down for marathon in January. But I saw these medals, and there was quite a buzz on Twitter yesterday. Some people love these medals. They're kind of looking like passports, and they open up, I believe, even. But some people were not excited for the medals because they weren't round. They didn't look Disney enough to them. So if you saw the medals, what do you think about the medals for the Wine and Dine race weekend? We're not going to spend too much time on this, but we do have some runners. So what do you think? I mean, do all the medals need to, because I saw a lot of folks who were saying this was their first race. My friend Matt Hawley, I saw, was mentioning it's his first ever Run Disney event. So he wants some of those traditional medals that have maybe Mickey or Donald or Pluto or, Daisy, something like that, the Fab Five characters. These don't have that. These are themed more towards the theme of World Showcase, which is kind of tying into the Wine and Dine race weekend theme. So what do you think about the race medals? Should they all pretty much stick to the Disney theme, or can Run Disney get creative, especially for those people who run the entire series of races, and make the medals different shapes, different colors, different, going away from the Disney characters and going into stuff like the countries around World Showcase, making it a passport. Pete says, we go every year for Christmas and New Year's Eve. I get the annual mug every year. It started as a nice ritual, but after 8 trips and soon to be our 9th, my cupboards are exploding. That's what happens when you collect. All right, Karen, so we say it fits the theme of Epcot and Wine and Dine. I agree. Now, Karen, if this was your first race, though, do you think you would be disappointed that you're not getting the medal, the round medal with, say, in the past, I've always seen that they had, some of them, I'm looking at my medals up on the wall. In almost every one of my Wine and Dine medals, at least had like Spaceship Earth in the background. These more look like passports, which I'm fine with because I'm somebody who's run a lot of Run Disney events, and I like them getting outside the box. This past marathon weekend, people were kind of disappointed, I think, with the half marathon medal, which ended up not being a race because of the weather, but they still gave you the medal anyway. So it was 2 interlocking X's for the 20th anniversary. Wasn't round, looked very different, but now that I have some distance, it's August. I think it's one of the coolest looking medals that Disney's done. I think it's just kind of shocking if you're expecting something and you get something quite different. But I think in the end, they're going to be fine. You earn them. So, yeah. I see what you're saying there, Karen, with the Mickey medals. Yeah, I get that. I think it's just people now, again, it gets back to the collecting. I think a lot of folks collect Run Disney event medals. Gregory says, not doing wine and dine this year, but I love the challenge medal. The others, not so much. Okay, interesting. There's a lot of folks not doing wine and dine this year that did it last year. I didn't have a great experience last year at the race. I preferred the night race, but I'll be back. I'm sure. I just need to take a year off, let the funds recover. Pete says, to tie to the collector's item conversation, imagine if they do away with it next year due to the negative reaction and you're one of the few Disney runners to have gotten it, or you got the first redesign. Exactly. That's happened with many medals and many events, that if there's a change to it and you have that medal, you're like in there. That's why I think that I don't care, because I'm never going to get rid of my medals. I just like keeping them in just for the memories. But that half marathon medal that we didn't run last year, which actually I got up and ran it with Scott and Paige. We ran 13.1 miles on that Saturday in the downpouring rain. So we earned that medal, just not officially. But I'll always treasure that one because there's a story behind it. The medals that have a story, I like that better than anything else. Karen says, also like the passport better than the luggage tag. Good. Okay, it's pretty neat to have that conversation. Okay, next, let's move on back to Epcot. We're spending a lot of time in Epcot today. Mission Space is reopening. So now we're going to have still the green and the orange, which is pretty cool. The orange is still going to be the more intense side, where you're basically trying to fly a mission, save something, like your typical Walt Disney World attraction. Where what I've heard, and they have the signage up right now, you can check that out online, for the green side. But the green side is going to be a gentler experience, and it's going to be, people have described it, Imagineers, as soaring from space. So you're basically going to gently glide above the Earth in low Earth orbit, LEO is what we called it down at Space Camp, and you're going to be looking down on our planet and see things like the boot of Italy or the coast of California or the Hawaiian Islands out in the middle of the Pacific. I'm sure daytime, nighttime, because the planet's beautiful both ways. So this seems like such a great idea to me. This is just my opinion, that this seems like a home run, because as awesome as Soarin' is, if you can give that experience of a vista like Soarin' does with motion, and maybe you wouldn't have smells in space, but just with a multi-sensory experience. But seeing our planet from low Earth orbit is amazing. If you've ever seen the International Space Station live cameras or just images from up there, our planet is beautiful. So what do you think? I mean, I think that this could be a hidden gem, that this might end up being a home run, and this could really change the way we see Future World. This is what I'm thinking. So what do you think about the newly redesigned green side, especially of Mission Space? All right, Dan says, I'm glad there's a new mission with the Mission Space. I agree. And I don't think it has to be a mission. I think it could be more like Soarin', where it's just an experience. And I hope this is very popular. I could see this becoming very popular, but I think it's going to take word of mouth. Mission Space kind of has not the best reputation because it was so intense, but I think that with people going on there and saying, oh man, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I think this could be really, really popular. All right. And again, we haven't seen it yet. It debuts August 13th. So what's today? The 8th. So we got about a week. Vicky says, I think it's better the way more people. All right. So, can ride it. Okay, good. Yeah, because I don't really go on Mission Space, even though I love space. Let's see. Nicole says, I have a feeling when the new spaceship themed car types movies come out, it'll be part of the Mission Space Green. Also, the Space Restaurant That's Coming movie comes out just before the Epcot redo is done. Good point there. Nicole's always on it. Daniela says, I made it to this attraction 10 years ago. Don't know how I did it. Didn't have a seizure. Would prefer this new version. I agree. That Mission Space Orange, I mean, I'm fine. I can do it. But I mean, think about it. If you have to have barf bags in the attraction, it may be slightly too intense. And it's very claustrophobic. Hopefully on the green side, they have a redesigned ride vehicle a little bit. I don't know if they can, but they are still tight. Jennifer says, love the idea, especially since my son and parents can do this. In the past, we've had to skip Mission Space. I think that's going to be true of so many people. And it'll give an opportunity to be over on that side besides just heading over to Test Track. Danielle said, loved it, but felt really sick. Bev says, I agree. I think any improvements to the ride would be great. And the changes sound pretty nice. I'm really excited for this because, like I said, I could look at images from space of our planet all day long. I think it's just amazing. And I think it's almost like an Animal Kingdom connection because it's hard to not be somebody who wants to save our planet and take care of the planet and be a good steward of our resources after you see what astronauts have described as the blue marble out in space. It's pretty amazing. So I think it's a great thing. Rick says, I really like the idea of a change that incorporates the beauty of space and our planet. Exactly, Rick. You said it better than I did. See here. Is it over Mike's frozen with mouth open? Oop, am I frozen on there? Sorry about that if I'm still frozen. Nope. Danielle says nope. I see that I'm still moving. I know I'm still moving. Rick says also something that allows families to do more together is always good. Great point. Walt's original idea. Good. I like that. Clyde, just refresh, I guess. And Dan says he's really excited for it. Okay, next point, last point of the day. Then we'll kind of open it up to everything. I got a thing in my email yesterday about being able to park hop at the two Walt Disney theme or water parks for $62 plus tax per person. Is this something, now that we're in the dog days of summer, we're in August, say you were down there, is that a fair price? Is that something you'd be interested in? $62 a day to go to both Disney's Blizzard Beach and Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water parks. And do you go to the water parks on your vacation? I'll be honest. We used to go to the water parks multiple times every summer vacation, but haven't been in the last 7 or 8 years just because back in the day, the water parks were included in the Ultimate Park Hopper ticket. Now, that kind of dates me. It's been a while. But now that we have annual passes, we don't splurge for the whatever it is, the one that has the water parks. We have the Platinum or whatever. So we don't have the water parks. So I'm just thinking, do I want to pay the extra money? There's 4 of us. It gets expensive quickly. So we usually don't go to the water parks. But I do like the water parks. They're so much fun. So what do you think about going to the water park? $62 a day, but now you get both. You can hop between the 2 water parks. See here. What do we got here? Dave and Carol still commenting on Mission Space. Daniela says, sounds pretty fair. So do we go to the water parks? What do you guys do? Like I said, I don't. Let me know right here on the comments here. Do you go to the water parks and which one is your favorite? Tony says, nope, I've never gone to the water parks. I love the water parks, though. And Mallory keeps asking, so we are going to have to go next year. It's an added expense when it's not built into your tickets. It was genius back in the day when it was part of the Ultimate Park Hopper. Carol says, sounds like a good deal. I don't like water parks, though, which I get. Water parks are a different beast. You're out there, you get sunburned a lot easier. You're walking around in your swimming suit, and you're fighting for lounge chairs. And, yeah, I get it. They're a different kind of thing. See, Holly says, would love water parks, but many attractions are 48 inches, and her kids are too short. So, Holly, it sounds like the water parks are coming up soon in your future, but maybe not there yet. That's a good point about because a lot of the slides do have a pretty high height restriction. Ron says the Disney half of this couple loves the water parks. I like them. They're fun. They're themed. I just wish I didn't have to pay extra. Daniela says, I schedule one day for my next trip, still choosing which park. I prefer Typhoon Lagoon. It's more laid back. Blizzard Beach does have Summit Plummet and a pretty cool wave pool, so you really can't go wrong either way. Bev says, we haven't been to the water parks for years. Maybe, Bev, you're in that same boat where it was Ultimate Park Hopper days. That's where I was. Dan says, we don't go to the water parks. My daughter really wants to go next time. Your daughter's the same age as my daughter, Dan. We have to commiserate. We're going to have to spend some bucks. My daughter wants to go too. Nicole says, I have a fear of water, and watching 5 kids that don't swim that well is nerve-wracking. Good point, especially over at Typhoon Lagoon has this awesome, their wave pool. Instead of it being constant waves, they'll set off a horn and this gigantic like tsunami wave comes out whoosh, and just blows everybody away. That's a parent's nightmare with kids, I guess. I never thought about that. But lost a couple of pair of sunglasses to the power of the wave before. Kelly says, I've only been once to the water parks in like the last 5 years. It was okay, but we'd rather do the parks. I get that. They're definitely different. Dave says, don't normally, but now with an 8-year-old son, we will. That's the same boat I'm in, Dave. We're all kind of in the same boat here, it sounds like. Rachel says, we went on our last trip. We loved both. We changed our schedule to go to Blizzard Beach a second time. Blizzard Beach was awesome. There's a lot to do over there, really. You got to be careful you don't get tan. And you get wore out at those water parks quickly. But they're a hoot, man. They are fun. They're so themed. Kimberly says, we don't go each trip. It depends on how long we're staying. We just love going back and swimming at the hotel pool. You know what? That's a good point. And you know what? If you stay at Blizzard Beach, Beach Club or Yacht Club, you have Stormalong Bay, and you may be able to make a nice compromise. Deluxe hotel, not have to spend the money on going to the water parks. You have a mini water park at your resort. Jennifer says, we never have time, or rather spend times at the resort or parks, maybe when her son is a little older. Totally kind of the same boat there. Carol says, we rented a cabana at Blizzard Beach. That's how I survived being there. Well, there you go. Man, that is the way to do it. And that's something new that Disney has started offering. Smart. We've only done water parks once. Kids loved it. But with us going in November, it's not always warm enough, and only one is open at the time of the year. Yeah, that's right. They do. In the wintertime, one goes down and one's open, and then they flip-flop each year. All right, and Bev says the tickers as the kids have gotten older, we go in the winter's months. The hotel pools are great. Good point. All right, so that's all I have for today's quick 30-minute Disney chat. So what do you guys have? Anything? Any questions, any comments you want to throw up here on the screen? I'd love to have that conversation with you. And also, I'd like to know, is this too much? Do you guys enjoy these quick little 30-minute daily broadcasts to kind of come up with what's happening in the news and to get your ideas on things that are in the social media with Disney? I like being able to have this contact more than just 3 times a week. I'm really enjoying this, but I just want to make sure that this is something that is not annoying you. If you like the Facebook page, I don't want to keep giving you notifications on stuff you don't like. Lisa says, hi. So happy to have recently discovered the Be Our Guest podcast. Thank you. Y'all are great. We are going to Walt Disney World in December, with first park day being Sunday the 17th and last park day being Saturday the 23rd. You're getting out of Dodge right at the right time, Lisa. Do you think the currently listed park times, extra magic hours, shows, etc. for that time frame will change? If so, when can I expect concrete-ish times so I can solidify my plans? I'm planning for a party of 13. Oh, bless you, Lisa, if you're working with a large group. See, so we're in August. You're going in December. 60 days out is usually pretty concrete, is what I like to think. They could definitely change, and they would probably change up, like for longer hours. So I would look at right now what you have is minimum. But that's a great time to go, boy, because you're getting out of there before it gets nutty crazy. And you got all the Christmas decorations. You got everything going on with the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Lots going on. You're gonna have a great trip. 13 though, bless you for taking on that. All right, Kelly says, love these little chats. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. Good. See, Ashley says, do you think the rope drop will move back to the train station at the front of the park? Nope. I think that is a goner. I think they're going to use the castle. It gets everybody in. What happened was, I think with the train station morning show, which was awesome, but it was kind of a hidden gem for years and years. But then social media kind of blew that up. Everybody wanted to be a part of it. There's just not enough room there for that many people that show up, especially in the summertime. So I think now that they can accommodate more people in the hub, I think that they will not do that anymore. Nicole says, love these. Highlighted my boarding day at home with the kids. I should be working, but I'm going to get back to work. I need to do this to get out of my rut here. Rachel, loving these chats between podcasts. Good. Thanks. I appreciate that. And thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Dan, thank you so much. Love it. Glad you're enjoying these. All right, Lisa, I'm the same way. That's why I'm here. Thanks. All right, Vicky, love it. Vicky's always first in. You got to try to beat Vicky. Do the buses run early for the early extra morning hours hard tickets? What time should I try to get on the bus from All Star Sports? Yes, Valerie, they will. If there's a hard ticket event at one of the theme parks, they will get you there via Disney transportation. Do ask at your check-in desk at All Star Sports. They'll let you know what time. But usually 90 minutes before Magic Kingdom opens is what the general rule is. All right, good deal, Ron. Appreciate that. I love bringing the news to you. All right, good, David. I won't make it too long. I like these little short shows. Pizza's loved it. Excited to see you're building on and staying committed to the new full-time gig. Keep it up. I will, Pete. And hey, it's almost Pete's time of season. Pete's the expert for Christmas down at Walt Disney World. So if you ever need anything, get a hold of Pete when it comes to Christmas at Walt Disney World. Party info solid. They may add and extend hours. Exactly. That's what you're going to be pretty good there. Good, Lisa. Good. And good luck with 13 people. Man, whew, that's a lot. Do you know if the Fantasyland early morning magic is ever offered in the winter months? We did it in May and loved it. We were even the family of the day. We are headed back in January and hope they offer it again. Jennifer, that's a tough one because I think they do that when it's just really busy and there's more opportunity for bookings to be there, but you never know. It just depends on the popularity of the event. I hope people are liking it. All right, Bev loves these. Good deal. All right, we're going to get out here in like 3 minutes. Yep, that's what I was saying. So Pete's got you backed up there. You know, it's the calm before the storm, and they can change up. Good morning, Dennis. You almost missed us. Glad you made it. Kristen says, is sharing an entree at a signature dining restaurant acceptable or frowned upon? We're not big eaters, but we would love to try Citricos. I think if you explain to your waiter, they won't have a problem with it. You know, just say you're light eaters. They don't care. Really, they don't care. I don't do a lot of signature dining because my family doesn't like fancy food. I wish I could, and it's expensive, so I'm kind of lucky. Yeah, minivans could get you there too, depending on what resort you are and if they're resort-wide by December, which I hope they are. Yep, she snuck in behind me. Yep. Enjoy these daily chats. Try to listen to my little grandson keeps her. It's time to get that grandson something to eat, Carol. Go make him some SpaghettiOs, the official dinner of summer. Let's see. Oh, man. Lisa's got 13 of us, 2 families, plus an exchange student from Switzerland. How cool is that she's going to get to go, or he or she from Switzerland is going to get to go to Walt Disney World? I love that. Good job. I've always wondered it would be cool, what it'd be like to have an exchange student. How long does Magical Express take from the airport to the hotel? Count on 45 minutes from the time you sit down, and you'll probably be there slightly quicker than that, but 45 minutes on them. That's what I would say. Going in April, boyfriend is vegan. I'm worried about finding him food that has no animal products for breakfast and inside the parks. Do not want him to starve. I don't think he'll starve, Daniela. There is a podcast my friends, the Pearl Mutters, do, Cheryl does, about Disney for vegan eaters. And you might want to check that out. Just look it up. But there are websites. Go to Disney Food Blog. They have stuff for vegans. I'm not vegan. I eat everything, so I don't know. I'm terrible. Yeah, sometimes it's a slight. Yeah, Nicole's right. There might be a slight charge, but it's definitely not the cost of 2 meals. Thanks, Dennis. You know, we took care of the Royals last night, so I got to take care of. I got to wear this in honor of Nate and Matt from Wedway Radio, the biggest Royals fans in the world. Hopefully, we can keep it going tonight. All right, we are getting out of here. All right, thanks so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully, and more fun Disney talk as we do here on our Facebook page. Please spread the word. We're going to try to make our community better and grow the show each and every day. So everybody tuned in all around the world, down in Brazil, up in Canada, all around the United States. You guys make it a great Tuesday, and we'll see you real soon.